Hey, what's up everybody? Retro Gaming Guy here. Today in this video, I'm going to show you guys around the Go Make Vehicle Wrap Toolkit right here that I got off of Amazon. This is really affordable, and we're going to unbox it. You're going to see exactly what tools are included in here, but I'm not wrapping any vehicles today. I'm going to be wrapping new graphics here on this Arcade1up cabinet that I've been customizing. So this has been an NFL Blitz Legacy cabinet. I'm going to be doing a full mod on this, so it plays thousands of games rather than just 3 games that were included on it, but I'm changing out all the graphics. So I'm turning it from NFL Blitz to Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. So let's unbox this and get started with the process. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and open this up over here. All right, so right over here, we have basically an X-Acto knife or a razor blade, whatever you want to refer to this as. This is going to be great for trimming excess vinyl from our vinyl wrap. So we'll set that aside. Right here, we have a little edging tool, so we can actually smooth things out along the edge. We can actually pinch everything up against the T-molding, and that's going to make it easier to bring in this knife so we can actually trim off the excess. But let's open up this package right here, see what we have included within. So here we have a little cutter. This actually works nicely if you have long strips, which we will likely have along the edges. I'll probably use this to trim off the majority of the excess, and then I'll come in with the X-Acto knife here, and I'll kind of get all the smaller, tighter areas. Now over here we have some extra razor blades. So let's see, how do we open this sucker up? I'm sure it's idiot-proof here. There we go. So we've got a bunch of extra blades here. I can't see the exact number, but I'd say about 10 extra ones there. So I'm going to go ahead and cap that. And I love the fact that everything is sealed in there very nicely, so I don't have to worry about my kids grabbing a hold of this and slicing themselves open. Now over here we have 2 felt squeegees. These are going to be great for smoothing out our vinyl as we install it, making sure everything is nice and tight, and so we can get everything over to the T-molding, and that's where I will then bring this out into the mix, trim off the excess, and we'll smooth everything out nicely. Now, you want to make sure that these are felt covered here on the ends. There's lots of squeegees out there that are just kind of, you know, cheap and plastic like this. If you use the plastic side, sometimes that comes in handy, but the majority of the time you want to be using the felt side so you don't end up, you know, rubbing anything, you know, and creating nicks or dings or maybe even perforations in your vinyl. So the felt is key here. We have 2 of these, so we're going to get started. Let's dive into it. All right, guys, so here we have our Arcade1up cabinet. You can see I still have the NFL Blitz graphic on the side. I did overspray onto it when I painted the T-molding. That's intentional, or not so much intentional as much as I just didn't care because I knew that I was going to be going over this anyways. This has been lightly scuff sanded as well, just so it's not super shiny, not rough either, but, you know, just has a little bit more tact for me to actually put that new vinyl piece on here. Looks like there's some uneven areas here, but rest assured I did scuff sand everything, so everything is nice and smooth. It's dusted as well, ready to go. I will kind of wipe it down as I go though, just to make sure that we don't have, you know, any dog hair in my case, because I have 2 large breed dogs here. We don't want that sticking, obviously, into the backside of our vinyl. So let's get started. All right, so because I don't personally need 2 squeegees myself, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually use one as basically a little microfiber, and I'm going to just make sure that there's no dust or anything on here. And like I said before, for me, I have 2 large dogs, and they shed like crazy, especially Brad, who is my pretty much all white lab. So he finds a way of getting his hair into literally everything. That's why I never wear black t-shirts or hoodies. So I'm going to go ahead and just wipe this down. And you can see I still got a little bit of the yellow dust from when I did sand on there, even though I wiped this down multiple times. So I'm just going to kind of clear that off. And you can take some tape like this. I have just some painter's tape here, and you can just kind of rub that along the felt, and you'll get all that off very easily. So that is easy to do when you want to reuse this. Just like that, it all comes off. You can see just like that. A little bit of yellow color on there, but nothing's really stuck to it. So let's go ahead and bring in our side art graphic here. So I've actually laid this out on the wall just to get some of the bends out of this, but this is the new art right here. So I'm just going to line it up across here, and we're going to be taking some of the graphic off actually. So I'm not so much worried about lining it up perfect here. Just want to get it close to where it stays. So I'm bending the edge just ever so slightly. And that is the nice thing about having the graphic oversized. So you can see it goes around both edges here nicely. I just want to make sure that obviously the logo itself doesn't wrap too much to where we are you know, removing too much. And the same thing down here. We want to make sure that this edge lines up, and it doesn't. So we need to slide this over a little bit more to the left. And now let's see where that lines up. So now you can kind of feel for it here, but you can see all of this, and now it's too low, so we got to bring it up higher now. So probably like that. So that's why you want to have that tape here. You want to be able to readjust this freely because the graphic is so much larger. So, and I'm actually going to go ahead and trim some of this excess off so we can see the edge a little bit better. Looks like we're good there. So now what we're going to do is we're going to come up here and we are going to start peeling back the back side so we can stick this down. All right, guys, so I got everything secured in place. It looks really good, but we got to obviously go in with the X-Acto knife and trim everything up. I'm going to do that very carefully, make sure that I try to get right up and close to the T-molding so it looks really nice on the edges. You don't want anything to be like jagged or anything like that, because that runs the risk, of course, of not only looking like shit, but also, you know, peeling back from that jagged edge. So we're going to go in here and try to smooth everything out, cut away all the excess. Let's get started. All right, guys, you can see just how smooth everything went here with my vinyl installation thanks to these tools. So definitely check them out if you're doing anything like this with vinyl, whether you're using it on an arcade machine, or using it on a car, a pinball machine, whatever the case may be. I definitely love using this kit here because it's got everything that you need to get through your project smoothly. So definitely check it out on Amazon. Link up here at the top of your screen, as well as in the description of this video. that's going to do it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to hit subscribe to stay in the loop for all future videos. I'll see you on the next one.